Hey, this is MPFSU. We're checking out some Killzone right here. And I wanted to talk a little bit about, news of the PS4 coming. And, they showed Killzone. And a lot of people were like, well, it's Killzone. I wouldn't have shown that game. And I was thinking to myself, I think it's the perfect thing for Sony to do because I think Killzone is a great game, and a lot of games that have come after Killzone have taken a little bit of things from them. Like for example, putting the camera actually in the first person's head, so the camera movement seems more realistic while running, shooting, reloading, crouching, and those things. And there's a couple other games that use that too, like Armor 2. The camera inside the soldier's head and things like that. But as far as a shooter like this that's more fast-paced and not very simulation of war, that does a really good job of instrumenting that in a fast-paced environment. And this map here I don't really know it. There's a couple of maps they've introduced to the game, and I've come back to it to kind of play it. I haven't played it in a while, so I'm still getting a little shooting controls. But I'm gonna be definitely posting some more Killzone because I forgot how fun the game is and how strategic it is. I'm playing a medic right now, and I have a couple abilities that are pretty cool. One, obviously, I can revive teammates and things like that. But then, if you see on the left there, on the corner, I can also a sentry bot that actually follows along with me and keeps me alive. And the good strategy behind that, you'll see here in a minute, is that if I can revive myself, that's another ability I have. I can revive myself and stand back up, once per death. So if I have that bot protecting me, if I go down, I can actually get back up, and it'll pretty much take out the dudes that took me out. So it's pretty helpful. It's a good support role to kind of help out your team and stuff like that. And so I have, who's helping the helper. And so that's a great, opportunity for me to be able to have something that helps me, although I provide a lot of support for my teammates. But yeah, Killzone, introducing that to the PS4, I think it's a good opportunity, mainly because it's a great game and it has all these different features, and I like the fact that it's a persistent mode. Like you get into Warzone, and it does a variety of objectives. Instead of just playing one objective and the game being over, you can play a lot of objectives back to back to back, and it keeps the the pace going, and you can get one good round in per se, and you can be done. About 20 minutes or so. You can get a good round in 20 minutes, and you'll come away saying, okay, I played a good bit of the game, and you can go on with your life, with whatever you're gonna do, your daily activities or whatever, if you're not gonna be playing any more games. But but back to, I'm getting a little off track here. The Killzone didn't get a lot of love. It came out, the PS3 was struggling. It was high price, and a lot of people, although there was a lot of people on the game, and the game ran exceptionally well considering the graphic detail. On the first, this is Killzone 2 actually, but the first Killzone, you had loads of players on the screen at once, explosions, all kinds of things going on, and you never got any lag. No lag at all. It was an amazing game. It's still an amazing game. This is a fun game. It's just getting a lot of love. I think by having it, as the launch title for the PS4, this allows them to set this game up, similar to some other popular first-person shooters like, Battlefield 3 and Call of Duty, and, kind of set it up so it'll be the first game that you buy. And, if you're going to buy a PS4, it probably, this game is going to definitely demonstrate what the PS4 could do graphically. And this game was a centerpiece for what the PS3 could do graphically. Look at it. The graphics are just amazing. And, like I said, with all this graphical detail and lighting effects, post-process effects and all these things that's going on, the game ran smooth. They definitely took advantage of the cell technology. But now, since the PS4 is using, mostly PC tech, You know, you're going to have a lot of developers be able to make some amazing games on it as well. So, I mean, I think it's going to, the PS4 is going to, Sony did pretty well in the conference of showing a lot of different aspects, and, you know, like I said, showing what the capabilities of the system is, which really what you wanted. And, you know, there's a lot of media press, the games press, that are just, you know, dogging that. So I was like, man, that does, you know, this, they don't understand, you know, I don't think they're in tune with the gamers, because this is what we want. You know, we want, I like, you know, graphics in the games. I like the games to be fun to play as well, but, you know, graphics is the selling point. I mean, it's the first thing I see. And like this is another map. I mean, you know, it's a crazy. And this is another class that I'm playing. This is the tactician, and this is another cool thing about Killzone is the different classes and how they work as a team. Now, see in my screen there are some nodes. They're colored red, and this is the reason I switched to tactician, because we didn't have any control of those nodes. And there are important spawn points. Not only that. They're key spawn points that gives you your team an advantage, as well as those spawn areas have certain capabilities. On this particular map, I think you have a capability to shut down all kinds of. It's like an EMP type deal where you can shut off all electronics. If you control that point, you can shut that off for the other team. And so you want to control it because there's like jetpacks and stuff that they can use on this map. And if they're really good at, you know, using the jetpacks, you can kind of prevent them from flying. And as you can see here, there's a good build-up of the energy, and it's getting ready to get, because we got control of it now. We're pretty much, that point is allowing us to pretty much get back into this game by capturing it. And as you see, they can't fly right now, so they're walking, but they're moving really slow. So I can take them out. See how I took that dude out right there. And now the EMP does affect us a little bit, but we knew they were flying a whole bunch, so we were trying to capture that point to kind of take control of that. And I guess I just had somebody go on my C4. Now the other ability I have, which you probably see where the line through the screen is going through, that allows me to detect enemies that are close to me. Now that's the one on the left, and that's a great ability because you can pretty much see campers, especially if you're moving around the map trying to capture points. It definitely helps. It gives you a tactical advantage, which is the tactician's strength. And now the other thing that a tactician has is on the right side is an area bot. You probably saw it in the other video. I shot it down a couple of times because the other team had it up in the air. And that, you know, what it does is you lay a beacon down and it kind of surveys the zone. So if you're capturing a point or you're trying to hold a point and you want you could, you know, as a tactician, you could put down your sentry bot and it flies in the air. And a lot of times players don't look up, so it, you know, it could pretty nitpick at them. It's not overpowered, but it could definitely help you suppress some enemies that are trying to capture the point. And I think I do it. I lay down some C4 there, but I think I did it here when I was trying to capture this one, because this is the part where we're capturing zones. I die right here, but I put down that beacon. And by putting down that beacon, you know, it's going to, even though I die, it's going to stay up until its time expires or somebody destroys it. So that's the cool thing about that sentry bot there. And so I'm trying to capture this point. And so you can see my bot is pretty much helping right here. And he put down some C4, which, you know, I think it's probably going to get me later, but I don't know. Now see, now I just neutralized the territory. I'm going to capture it. And so now I'm putting that C4 right there, but I also have that that sentry bot putting in some work, which is a good thing. Like I said, it's cool for the tactician. This is the other class. I'm definitely be showing the other classes. You have the scout class, which is the sniper. A lot of people like that class, and the engineer, which is also, I mean, the classes are very well balanced, and you don't feel like, unlike, you know, Battlefield, and some people say that, which I don't agree totally with it, but I know in this game, all the classes have very good strengths, and you don't feel like you're at a disadvantage when you're playing any of the classes. And they also have a couple of, there's another class called the spy, or the infiltrator. I'm sorry, the infiltrator. So he's like a spy, and it kind of works like Team Fortress 2. Those two classes, the engineer and the spy, kind of work like Team Fortress 2 or Team Fortress classes, where you can pretty much have a disguise, and the engineer has like this ground sentry that is very powerful. I mean, it fires rockets and everything there, and so it is a beast to deal with if they have it in an area and it's upgraded. That's the other thing too. You can upgrade your see, there's my sentry, just killed someone right there. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm laying down here and my sentry is definitely doing its thing. That's all gonna be it for me today, guys. This is MPFSU. Thank you for watching. I'm definitely gonna be posting some more Killzone 3 videos, as well as some of the in-game stuff that's coming out for Battlefield 3. So if you want to check it out, definitely hit me up, like the video, subscribe to my channel, and thank you for watching. Peace.
Operation successful. Target area is taken and held. Ground advantage secured.